For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's not for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record, for the record.
Reagan, I can see you in the video. I'm like, who is he fighting right now?
I love that song, bro. Well, you still haven't sent me.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
It's okay, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, there you go.
Listen, you're omnidirectional. You're a busy guy. You're putting yourself out there. I get it. I'm like this to you now. I'm like this little guy I've been forgotten about, man. No, it's cool.
That's not even facts, bro. You come with serious facts and we can talk, but that's not facts. It's just a song, bro. It's just a song.
What's up?
What's up? Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Mojo. Say what's up. Let's know you're here. You know, and also there's a link. I post it and it says the StreamYard where you can click it and let us see your name because you have to give us permission because it's a private group. That's the only thing is we can't see your name, but I'll figure it out. I got this little thing.
I want to know their name. I want to know who's watching, who's talking. I want to know. I want to talk to you. And guess what?
I want to know.
If we know their name, Justin, we can give them a shout out.
I know we could give Amanda a shout out. What's up, Amanda? Good morning. And Jenny Verge.
The Verge.
Her shout out.
The Verge.
So what's up with you? Where are you going, man?
So I am on the east coast of Florida today. I am this close to Cape Canaveral, right down the road in Melbourne, doing some work over here for 43 Inc. So super excited with a wonderful company, 4 divisions, Suncoast Roofing. So that's where I'm at today, man. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, they have multiple divisions, man. You know, it's kind of or branches, should I say, multiple branches. And it's a really good company that is, you know, it's funny. Marcia brought up like talking about family companies the other day. It's better than family, dude, because there's dysfunction in family. Like it's just professionalism. Yeah, there's professionalism, and they just treat their employees really, really good. So I'm over here on the east coast of Florida today, brother.
Yeah, that whole family dynamic has changed over the years, you know.
A little bit.
Yeah. So,
dude, I know we have Miss SJ that's going to be on with us today.
Yes.
And I know, like, we kind of talk about, you know, things prior to, you know, her coming on or people coming on. But so the talk this morning, the talk on the radio, the talk on the television, the talk on the social media, little thing you're holding in your hand is the IRS post. Okay. Now we're positive. So we're going to turn this into a positive, right? So it's the IRS job listing of the IRS agent, which now, I guess, their new terms or their new, they were given permissions or they're given, what's the word, Justin? They're empowered. They're allowed to carry a gun. They're allowed to use deadly force. These are all things that apparently an IRS agent is now capable of doing. And everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people, oh my God, what is going on? Listen, I get it. You want to go that route? Go ahead. I'm going to make a post right now. It's going to change everything, bro.
You're ridiculous.
It's true. And I'm like, dude, here's the thing. That is not our control. It's not in our control. None of that is in our control. And stop me if I'm wrong. But if you want to run for president or if you want to run for friggin' Congress or Senate, cool. Open your mouth and go do something about it. But none of us can do anything about that. This is what we can control. Our community, our surrounding area, our own actions, who we collaborate with. We can change our community. I've been saying it forever, and I know you know that as well. That's what we can change, Justin. We can collaborate together. We can get with our county commissioners, and we can change mindset, and we can change the way our community runs. That's what we need to concentrate on. So make that a better place, and don't worry about what everyone else is doing because we don't have any freaking control over it. Please tell me.
Listen, half the things on the news, this is why I do not watch anything, is because it'll probably never affect me. It will literally probably never affect me. Do I do the right thing? Yeah. And I do what I'm supposed to do? Yeah. So like, it doesn't affect me. I don't really like that has no weight on my life right now.
There's 32 million small business owners in the United States, according to the Google machine. I don't know that information. Google told me that. Okay. Right, well. 32. Now 32. Now half of that, let's say, who knows, right? One might be Republican, one might be Democrat. Who knows? We don't have a chance, bro. We're not even a blip on the radar. So just stop that bull crap and just concentrate on your business, concentrate on yourself, concentrate on what you can control, and your life becomes better. For you to engage and then engage with all that, and then get with all the other people that are just crazy conspiracy theorist shit, it doesn't get you anywhere. And then if you're a business owner and you're doing that online, it looks really bad. It just really does.
Well, I want to say this is like, if you want to make change, man, in small ways, how do you do that? You show up to these nonprofit events like yesterday. I'm busy, dude. Like I wear multiple hats. I do multiple things. But I showed up to this event for Live Tampa Bay. They had an event in Wesley Chapel where Congressman Gus Bilirakis was speaking. Right. And there was a bunch of news people there, and we can go there and show up and let people know who we are and what we're doing. If you want to make change, you can't go on social media and make a post. That's not actually doing any kind of work. Nope. The real work happens when you actually show up to things and do things and start things and getting involved with your nonprofits, with your people in your community that have the same vision as you. You want to talk about hanging out with like-minded people and make some change. Yeah. You know what I mean? To make waves. That's exactly what you need to do, is just show up with people that have the same thoughts as you and start doing it on a smaller scale. That smaller scale goes out like a ripple effect.
It does.
Everywhere, man. You get noticed, man, especially if it has a huge impact on your community. It's going to make waves. I'm telling you right now. Just like, look at the hub. Making waves. There's negative waves too. You got the negative comeback, just like the whole, deal, but like it's going to happen, you know what I mean? And it's okay. But as I said, man, it's the small things that matter in our world, because we can't change the big things. We only can make little chisels at the small things, you know.
Get involved, man. That's it. It's really simple. Get involved. If you think, and I'm not talking to you, Justin, but
I'm just
talking. If you think you're so powerful and you have such a strong voice and you're so boisterous and I'm gonna do this, then friggin' do it. Get off your ass and do it and implement. George Holst, he does the billboards, Acme billboard thing. It's funny. I had a conversation with him yesterday. You know what he said to me? He goes, Reagan, out of all the groups, he goes, you know what you guys do? Get shit done. You implement. That's what he said. He goes, people talk. Yeah, he said, people talk all the time. People talk all the time. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. He goes, but you guys implement. Oh, and that's strength, man. We say we're going to do something. We do it. It's that simple.
Because there's a lot of this.
And all the people that are doing that, like you just said, what have you done? What have you done? The people that are running their mouth, what have you done? Nothing.
What are you doing to change anything? What are you doing to help out your community besides going on Facebook and making a post?
Or talking in a negative light about groups or whatever that help other people. Dude, control. You can control your own actions. We can control what we do in our community. You can control who you collaborate with, and that's what it's all about. Period. Exactly. End of story. Let's get off that. Get off that and bring on our guest, bro.
Let's get SJ in here. So we have our special guest, SJ Seevers from the Miriam Agency, talking about everything to cover your ass.
Yep.
What's up, SJ?
Hi, guys.
What's up, SJ?
It's almost Friday. It's Friday Junior.
Friday Junior.
Oh, yeah.
Is that like Nick Jr.?
I like Nick Jr.
Yes.
Nick,
it's Friday's little baby.
Nick. You guys probably don't remember the Nickelodeon stuff. Some of it. Some you might.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm a little younger, so Blue's Clues is what I remember. I don't know what you guys remember.
The mail.
Yes, it's mail time.
That
good
sticks
stuff.
with me. The mail one.
Yeah.
Yes. Blues Clues. Anyway, so SJ, tell everybody who you are, what you do, and all that other fun stuff. Go ahead.
My name is SJ. I do insurance, so I'm an independent insurance agent under my own independent insurance agency, the Miriam Agency. Right now, I hold licenses to do all P&C. So what that means is property and casualty. So from your own personal auto to commercial general liability to a professional liability policy, personal articles floaters, which is like jewelry, artwork, and things like that. I'm working on getting my life license. And yeah, I do not do health, but I do have good partners that do health. Another very successful insurance agent told me from the very beginning, don't do everything. Like, find what you want to do inside the insurance world and let other people do the other stuff. So health is not my thing.
So you're technically you're getting your life together. Is that what you mean by that?
I mean, I feel like, yeah, every day I'm getting my life together. It is a daily thing.
Yeah. No, doing everything becomes so much. It's almost like being a contractor on a small scale and doing everything inside of a home. I've done it. It's a lot and it's too much. You know what I mean? It's like you're slacking at something, instead of being a specialist in one thing. That's what it's about.
Yep.
I think no matter who I talk to that was in the business world owning their businesses, like that was the common denominator. Like, find your niche. Like, what is it A, you want to do, and B, what are you good at, and stick to that. Don't take on 50 bazillion things under one business.
Yeah, definitely. So why the name Miriam? There's the backstory to this, right?
Yeah. So my grandma's name was Miriam. So my mom is Jewish. So that makes us Jewish. I don't talk about
Really? Is that
No,
how that
because-
works?
So
Wait.
people ask me, because my dad is not Jewish. So people ask me all the time, and I'm like, well, my mom is. In Jewish law, if your mom is, you are. I'm a hot commodity when I go into the synagogue. I just want to let you know, because they want me so they can have Jewish babies. But I don't talk about I don't talk about religion or politics. But the Miriam is my grandma's name, and she was very into her culture, and she was very into her family. She unfortunately passed from pancreatic cancer 4.5 years before I was born. But my whole life, like, my uncles and my mom told me stories about her. Her best friend, I call her best friend Ginger Ale, who's like 91 and still kicking and living life. She tells me stories about her. And everybody says I get my attitude and my bad mouth from her. So she was just a very important part of my family. So I wanted to kind of carry her on. So I did the Miriam Agency. And then purple's my favorite color. Also pancreatic cancer awareness ribbon color. So that's why I chose purple.
That's cool. That is cool. There was a movie on last night, and you don't hear the name Miriam very much, and it popped up, and her name was Miriam. I forgot the name of the movie, but I'll get it to you. But yeah, I was like, there it is. I haven't.
Yeah.
The first time I heard it was from you, so that was pretty cool.
So
And like, to me, Miriam is such a traditional Jewish name. I have like cousins named Miriam. Miriam's all over other things I read about and stuff. So it's funny how culture and stuff is different. It forms people and like their norms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, just besides insurance, this isn't just about insurance, but you wear multiple hats. You are like that. You're just like, I think you fit in well with all of us because we all wear multiple hats in anything we do, and we get shit done, as somebody put it. And so, like, you're in behind the scenes of the hub doing a lot of the footwork, right?
Yeah, I help. I don't like.
Well, I'm not saying you're like the main.
Yeah, I don't like to take. I do my part. I do the hub stuff, Huboween planning. There's another really cool event coming up in November at Leadfoot City. I do wear multiple hats. I do work a W-2 job on top of insurance and my agency as well. It was really funny because my cousin and me were talking the other day, and like, as a female, my dream is to get married, have kids, and have my little white picket fence and my porch swing and sip sweet tea and watch my kids play in the front yard. Like, that is a vision I had for my life for so long. And right now it's like there's not even any time, but for a long time. So I'm not from Florida. I'm not even from the Pasco area. I originally moved to Tampa in 2013, and then I moved out into Pasco in 2018. And I felt like I was on the outside. Like, I felt like I was living in this world, and this was the world, and then I was on the outside. And it kind of went back to like talking about hanging out with like-minded people. I had friends and I had like a close relationships with few people, but I never felt like I was in the inside. And kind of, I've known Justin for a few years, but like meeting Reagan and Jen and Jordan and all these other people, Ed Burke and things like that, I finally felt like I was in the inside of something that could be more. It could do more. And so that's kind of where I put my focus on, like doing the next right thing, helping people, doing more. Like, hopefully one day I raise my kids in this community and I can say it is better than it was 10 years ago. It's going to be better in 10 more years. These are the people that are here that you can go to help. And so that's kind of where I put my focus on. It is a lot of hats. It's a lot of time. I have gray hair.
I don't want to hear that. So I will say this, Miss SJ, every time we've asked you to do something, you're the first one to raise your hand. You always step up. You're saying, your willingness to do that, willingness to do this, willingness to do that, and we're all very appreciative of it. I know I am. You've been there for me personally. We worked together at one point as well. I know your work ethic, and at the end of the day, you have been there, and I'm very grateful for it. So I could vouch for your work ethic as well. And you, like I said, you stepped up. And what's funny is that in the very beginning, not to get into the dynamic of how you even got into the Hub or Hub Pro or anything of that, but at the end of the day, people approached me saying, "Pay attention to SJ. Pay attention to SJ because I'm telling you, this girl can work and she knows her stuff." And that's not even know you. You know what I mean? So it was nice to hear, but people coming up to me saying, look at this person, look at who she's going to become. So thank you, SJ. Thank you. Thank
she's
you.
a hustler. Shit. Hey, she's like, yeah, knowing Justin's cool, but
no. So it's fun. No, because if you guys know me, you know that me and my family, like, we are super close. Like, me and my sisters and me and my parents, like, we are a very close, super knit family. Like, somebody was telling me the other week, like, it's like weird. You guys are so close. And so I have like different relationships, and I have friends that have become like my family. And then I have friends that are like my entertainment friends. Like, we'll go to concerts together, but we won't really talk about anything else. And then I have the people I talk business with and community and all that. And it's like, I have different people in my life for different reasons, but like, Justin, you're one of those all around. Like, I can talk to you, call you about business. I can call you when my family needs something. When your family needs something, you can call me. So when I say, I've known Justin for a long time, that's kind of like a compliment. Like, it puts you up here.
Listen.
Hey, Justin, I'm just a tool.
Yes. He's like my hammer. He's a hammer.
Yeah, but we can't put you down. You know what I mean?
I'm a tool you keep in that grip, baby.
Grip. You're like a phone, bro.
Yeah. Grip.
You're like an iPhone.
Grip life.
There we go.
Hey. Oh, this is completely off topic. I just went to get my notepad to take notes. I got it. Can you see this?
No.
I'm going to read this to you. It's my daughter, bro. I didn't even know that she did. Love you, Papa. Thank you for everything you do for me. I hope you have a very great day and enjoy your life while you can before you are old and you won't be able to function. I love you, Dad.
Well, at least they keep it real.
I love my man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's so cute.
So SJ, like your normal normal week for you, right? So like Justin said, you wear so many hats, like you're going here, you're going there. What's a normal week for an insurance agent? And the reason why I'm bringing this up too, because we always talk about certain businesses that are kind of like, all right, well, how do you hype up insurance? How do you hype up mortgage? How do you hype up security? Like, so tell us, like, what's your day?
So you don't hype up insurance? Like insurance is like
wait.
I'm gonna be honest.
Unless your flow, okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna knock flow down a little bit, but it's insurance, right? So some people think it's a scam and it's a waste of your money. You do need it. You need it. It comes in handy. Working in the insurance field for so long, I have heard I never thought it would happen to me, but it did. You don't have coverage. Like it is needed and it is important. It is confusing to people. It is overwhelming. But daily, like a daily week. So I do work a W-2 job. So I am in a different office 4 days a week. I usually work before my insurance on breaks and things like that and after. So I usually work from 7 to 7. And then there's days where I'm like at home on my iPad or my laptop till 9-10 o'clock at night.
Right.
So what people don't know is, or may not know, I should say, independent means I contract with different carriers. So I can sell Progressive Insurance. I sell Foremost Insurance, Citizens, Kemper Infinity. I'm just naming ones that come to mind, tons more. And once I write the policy for you, there is customer service behind it. Some of those carriers offer customer service and some of them I am responsible for. So I could get calls, I need to add a car. I need to take out a car. I want to see how much it would be to put this car on my policy. My teen's turning 16. Can you see how much it is? So I'll get random calls. I handle them. Fridays, every Friday, I go to my own office for my insurance office and I get caught up on everything, filing, paperwork, all of that stuff. And in between all of that, I have, the Hub Life board meeting. I have the committee meetings for the events. Then I have my parents who I love dearly. And, raising your parents is hard. And so I do that. And then, the weekends, I have another organization I'm a part of. So if there's events and things to do for that on the weekends, is a lot of the time that those go on. And then, to be honest, I try to spend time with my dog.
I'm glad you love your dog. So, Justin, this is all circles back to what we just talked about before SJ came on. Here we have SJ, who is not a Floridian, right? Who is truly new. And newer to Pasco County in this area, but she's involved and she's there. And that's how we got to know her. That's how we got to build relationships. That's how she's been able to collaborate. And, you brought up Ed Burke, another great guy in the community that has collaborated with you, another insurance agent, helping each other out with advice. That is the importance of putting yourself out there, raising your hand and saying, I'm going to help out. I'm going to get involved. Right?
Oh, shout out Ed Burke. Hey, so if you look at us on paper, we're like quote unquote competition. And I hate that word. I never want to use that word, but we're not. Like there's things Ed knows that I call him about. There's things that I know that he calls me about. There is clients that we've both gotten where I'm like, hey, this is a situation. Do you think you can help them? Yeah, send them over, vice versa. He was a big help. Like, he has a beautiful family, and he was an agent for many, many years, worked his butt off to get his own State Farm agency. And like, he's a success story and he's giving back. I see all the time, like they do the teacher stuff and the school stuff. And like, it's kind of like, if I could do anything with my insurance agency, I would like to be a little bit more like Ed Burke. So, but it's true. Like, we never looked at each other as competition, and we never ran in the same social circle. So without the hub and collaboration, that's how we met. And I raised my hand one day and was like, Ed, can I call you? I have a question. And then it went from there.
That's cool.
Right.
Yeah. That's one thing. Is like, I only know two people in insurance, Ed Burke and you. And I knew Ed Burke before he knew me, or
right.
hub or anything, because the name was like, I've seen it everywhere. I guess it's just one of those names, you know what I mean? But it's cool, you know, like that's what it's about. I love that you said it. You know, I don't like that word competition. You know, I wish every industry would be like that, but it's not like that. It's not that way. And it sucks because it shouldn't be like that. We can all learn from each other in one form or fashion. And you never know, like, dude, you'd find out things from the other person that you think is competition that you might not ever know. And like, that's dude, I have people call me all the time about drywall and I give them freely information. I fixed their texture guns. You know what I mean? Like I've done all these things because like, it's not competition, man. There's enough for everybody to eat out here. There's plenty.
There's more people moving to Florida than ever before. And without that, there is, like you said, there is plenty of business. Like there is plenty of business. I don't like to see, like, I just like to see everybody win, right? So if you want to do the same thing that I'm doing and I can help you, cool. What you do versus what I do is what will put me where I want to go. Like, I'm not going to base my success and my failures based off of me helping somebody else or giving somebody else free advice, knowledge, whatever. Like how hard I work and what I do is what's going to build my success, not somebody else. So I'm just going to give them what was given to me. Like, I'm going to give back.
You know how much energy you save by doing that, by doing the helping? You fill your cup. Like when you do the opposite, you're depleting your cup. You're pouring it out. Like, and it's, you know, it's the opposite, you know, it's cool.
Listen, guys, there was a time where it really was truly a competitive mindset. And I know both of you have heard me a broken record a million times, but at the end of the day, every single time I've given, it's coming back tenfold every single time. I don't even I get more organic reach because my friends share my stuff or my friends, you know, push my stuff out there because I did something for them in the past. Right. And I'm not doing that great thing for them to hopefully get something one day. It just happens. It just organically happens because it's the right thing to do. That's it. I also would like to mention, who the hell has not changed the battery in their smoke alarm? Because it keeps chirping.
It's me. It's me. No, so listen, funny story. There is a funny story.
That's so funny.
Tomorrow, so I feel like U-Haul should send me a check, by the way.
Right? Yeah.
I'm moving tomorrow into my house. I just bought a house. Florida Main Movers will be here at 9:00. The smoke alarm is behind my TV stand in the corner in my bedroom. So in order for me to get to it, to change it, I have to take my TV down, move the TV stand, and then get behind it. Well, it had like candles and little plants on it and like my little ambiance going on in my room. So I didn't want to do all that to get to it. And then when I was like, oh, I have a closing date and I'm moving, I'm like, F this, I'm not changing it. It's just going to go. So I drowned it out. But people on the phone, my mom literally says, if you don't change, I can't even talk to you, and hangs up on me.
Justin, hear me out. Ambiance, burn in the fire.
No, I have a dog. Dogs smell smoke. My dog will get up and save me. Dogs smell smoke before humans. I drowned it out. Like, I don't even hear it, and everybody hears it. And I'm like,
Well, technically, it's still working because it's still beeping. It's when you don't hear it anymore that you have to maybe worry because the beep's gone, you know?
To a guy with ADD, that sound is this big right now, and that's all I hear.
And I literally didn't hear it the whole time we were on.
I heard it, but
it's like a freaking Metallica concert. It's a Metallica concert in my head. That's what I hear.
Isn't that that's what it's like all the time, isn't it, Reagan?
Yeah,
people are moshing in there,
but it's fun.
It's like a glow stick party with
it's a mixture of different it's different generations of a party in my head all the time. It's fantastic.
If I could go in and pick somebody's brain like as a fly on the wall, like just to like know their same thoughts as they're happening, Reagan's would be one of them.
I'm good.
Oh yes. I would.
I'm good
for like 5 hours. Like after 5 hours, I would probably But because Reagan is very good at. He always speaks his mind, but I know there is some thoughts that are in there that never come out, and those are the thoughts that I want to know.
Deep.
I don't know.
Deep thought. I'm gonna have Jordan Long create a video content where there's a roller coaster ride in my head. It's gonna be
that. Yes, because it literally could go from like I wake up and I'm like thinking about coffee, and then like you go down the hill, and then you're thinking about letting the dog out, but then you're thinking about a marketing idea, but then you're thinking about like I just want. And then when somebody calls you, I want to see your facial expressions that nobody can see when you're on the phone talking to somebody in your car.
Yes, it's fun. It is fun. Thank you for that. It's a good time. All right, SJ. So insurance. You're involved with Hope Shot stuff. You're involved with the Hub stuff. You're involved with Leadfoot City stuff. Like that's a lot, right?
So
it's a lot.
Oh my God.
What's going on at Leadfoot City though?
And what'd you say? I'm sorry. What'd you say, Justin?
What's going on at Leadfoot City?
Let's have SJ tell you.
So, shout out to Leadfoot City and Nico over there. Leadfoot City, okay, one, I saw it on Facebook all the time, right? And it's like a hidden gem. Like it is so cool. They have like car shows and burnouts. I believe they're like building a racetrack right now. Like it's a pretty cool place. They have live music and stuff. So Mrs. Lisa from Mrs. Grout actually came up with this idea. And so we teamed up with Leadfoot City. In November, we are having a home and lifestyle expo. So we're going to have tons of different vendors ranging from an insurance agent to home remodel to Hope Shot to Final Touch to tree service, like all different types of vendors all over from Pasco and Hernando. Like we really, really, really want to meet businesses in Hernando business owners. We want to, collaborate more in Hernando as well. And there's going to be car shows that day. There's going to be entertainment. The best thing is free to enter. So there is no entry fee. It is free. There'll be food. It's
also a job fair too, right? A job fair?
Yes, a job fair. So if you guys are looking for a job or if you are looking to hire, come out. Like you will be able to do that face-to-face first impression interview type of thing with these vendors. That's kind of how I would hire people, to be honest, that first impression. Hi, Tyler.
Tyler Hardigan.
There will be more coming soon, Tyler. I'll definitely reach out and give you some information. We are going, I know there's been a couple posts in the hub and things like that. You guys will start to see the links. You guys will start to see how to sign up, how to come get involved. There's going to be like a wrap vehicle car show type of thing. Reagan, it was a cool idea. If you guys have business vehicles that are wrapped with your logos, definitely reach out because we want to line them all up. Like we want a line of just all wrapped vehicles.
Yeah,
when you come in.
It doesn't have to be service industry. It could be anything.
Anything.
Even the cars and the car guys, the gearheads that just wrap their car to make it look awesome.
I think we should have like a drag race for freaking wrap trucks.
No, Reagan said that. He did. Really? He really did.
Good job.
I think that would be amazing.
Dude, so they're creating actually so right now it's under construction. It just started finally, which is awesome. Leadfoot City. So right now they just have like a place where you could do like donuts and a burnout. By the way, if you have a wrapped vehicle, that would be an awesome video content to have your wrapped vehicle and do donuts in there. And it's in a controlled environment, which is really cool. Like slow motion that with music, that would be really cool content. Second thing, they're actually creating a drag strip right now. And I thought that would be the greatest idea, Justin. So I'm glad you're on the same page as me. Like, think about it. You got Mrs. Grout's like those little with the brushes on the top, which is a slow vehicle. I could probably almost run faster than it. But then you have it.
Don't give yourself that much credit.
Right,
Come on, stop it.
I'm fat. Thanks. I'm fat and old, man. Thanks. But so and then race it with whatever else, like Ron's Tesla. Like, how fun would that be? And then we called a speed drone guy to have the speed drone follow the race the whole entire time, which would be really, really cool. So yeah, that is going to be, it's going to be happening as well. Here's the thing, and I'm glad SJ brought all this stuff up. Like, we're doing all these things. We're implementing all of these things. Things take time. Like, it's not like one day we're like, hey, here's this, and then it happens the next day. Like, there's so much prep work that goes into all of this stuff. Like, so much prep work. And I don't do paperwork. I take notes, but if I didn't have the right people in place, if we didn't have all the right people in place, it just doesn't get done, right? It's SJ, you got the Virginator, you got Blackjack making signs, you got Jordan doing video with Justin, you got all this stuff to bring these events, for you guys. So, man, the hub really has, not to make this a hub commercial, but shit, it's really morphed into a bunch of things. Like it's a charity, it's an event planning, it's helping with businesses, it's helping people know about businesses.
How about building people?
Building people. But with the right people like SJ, who is like SJ's like SJ raised her hand, right? Learned all of this stuff. I feel has become an expert, right? An expert. And now, I mean, seriously, I see your mannerisms, SJ. Like, I'm being for real. Like, you have the knowledge and the power to pass it on now, right, to the young. And you're still learning, just like I'm still learning, just like Justin's still learning, right? Just like everyone's still learning. We're always evolving and learning, but you now have this knowledge to now pass on to the younger generation. And I really, truly think that's our responsibility, guys. That's it. That's our responsibility. Period. End of story. Help that younger generation. And I promise you, being a gentleman of 3 kids, they need all the help they can get.
Oh, yeah. I've seen the TikToks, bro. It's bad out there.
It's funny you bring up your 3 girls, because I'm one of 3 girls. So, like, the stories about you and your kids' daughters remind me of my sisters and my dad. So it's cute. Yeah. These people are the younger generations are going to be like controlling our country one day. They're going to be like that is where the future is in our younger generation. Why wouldn't you put your time and effort into them? I don't know. I'm a sucker for teenagers. Like, I love teenagers. I want to take like 50 teenagers and move them into my house, and save them from the world, to be honest. And people are like, you're crazy. But it's because I had people at that age, like 15, 16, 17, not necessarily my parents. Like, my parents were there, hands-on, involved, but we don't listen to our parents, right? But I had other adults, like my high school counselor. I still talk to her to this day. Like, she saved my life. Like, I was not going to college. I was not doing anything with my life. I didn't think anything was important. And I'll never forget junior year, I worked at, in between sophomore and junior year, I worked at McDonald's for one day. One day, I got in the car with my mom and I said, I have to go to college. I can't do this. And my mom was like, I've been telling you, but I don't know what you're going to do now. You're going to start your junior year. You're kind of late. And I walked in to my guidance counselor's office and I said, Miss Molyneux, that was her name at the time, I need to go to college. And she helped me and I got into 5 universities. And awesome. Literally, and it wasn't that I didn't have the opportunity. It was just that sometimes we need other people, besides our family and parents, to believe in us. We need an outside person to believe in us, because our parents are automatically going to believe in us, right? They created us. So of course we're going to be great, we're theirs and stuff. And sometimes we just need that. So if I can be that to one person, my job's done.
Yeah. I said something the other night. I said, I sleep well because at the end of the day, I know that I've helped people attain a better life. If you can do that, Justin, I know you've done that. SJ, I know you've done that. If you can do that, man, you sleep so much better. And listen, everyone's got their shortcomings and problems and this shit and that shit. But at the end of the day, if you can help someone attain something and you're a part of that, even if it's in a small manner, you got to sleep well at night, man. That's a beautiful thing. And I'm glad to hear that you had a good guidance counselor, because mine was a bag of shit.
I loved her. I loved her. We're friends on Facebook, and she was single and stuff when she was our guidance counselor. Now she's married with 2 kids. She just started her 25th year at the school. Yeah. She is still she was amazing. She was the best.
That's awesome.
And that's what it takes, man. It just takes somebody to believe in you. You know what I mean? You never know what that does to a person. It gives them hope, man. That's the hope shot right there, baby.
We're at that age too, right? We're so impressionable. Impressionable. I mean, quite frankly, you're impressionable your whole life to an extent, right? But you're really impressionable at that age, even into college a little bit, because you're just always evolving and learning. But imagine just a guy like myself who was off the wall, ADD, couldn't sit down, couldn't be in class, and then having a team. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago when we were promoting the teachers coming back to school. And it's so important what teachers say to the kids, man, because I've had teachers like, "You're not going to amount to shit, Mr. Weiss, Mr. Rizek." I'll never forget. You're not going to amount to shit. That's how they talk. Not going to amount to shit, Mr. Weiss. Sir Lerno, you ain't going to do shit with your life. I can tell now. You know what? Come look at my schedule K1, baby. Because I'm telling you right now, these people, like, I'll never forget that, guys. Think about that. Like, I remember the kids that bullied me. I remember their names, right? Chris Carlos, Jamie Tangora. Like, think about that. I'm 44 years old. That's how I'll never forget these guys. And then they had some kind of effect on your life. So anybody that has some kind of effect on your life, you got to think about it. And till this day, I'm like, man, I would love to show them. But at the same time, who gives a shit? I showed myself I can do it, right? But it's so important. So why don't we become those people for our younger generation? I want to. Sorry. I want to so bad speak at the high schools. I want to and my kids like laugh at me. They're like, "Dad, oh my God."
Somebody must be blowing his phone up.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone's blowing me up.
It's the guys calling. It's those guys you just mentioned.
Yeah, they're calling.
They're like, "You're dead, bro. We're coming after you." I'm 260, guys. Bring it. So listen, I want to so bad at the high school level go in and have that conversation about not bullying or any of that shit. Literally about mindset with these kids and listen. And being judgmental doesn't stop in high school, kids. That's a conversation.
Oh my gosh!
Right?
Wait. You
stop.
think?
Yeah, it does. It actually gets worse, and some of the immaturity gets worse, and some of the friggin' cliques get worse.
And the pettiness,
right? And it doesn't get better, kids. Out of high school, oh, I can't wait to get out of high school. Everything's gonna change. Nope, it's not.
Oh my gosh! Not like. Sometimes I'm like, in high school, people had more maturity than this.
Yeah.
Like what? Yes. What? I'm going backwards.
But, it happens. But also, it's what you allow in your life. It's what you allow in your mind, and you choose not to do it. Dude, people send me, and I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. They send me screenshots of this. I don't care because they're small-minded. They're small-minded people.
Unfollow. That block and unfollow buttons, I hit those more than I hit a like button, and I like a lot of people's stuff. It is so, if it's negative and it is the same stuff over and over and the complaining, like I go through stuff. I can sit up here today with Justin and Reagan and say, I do this, and my life is so, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Do not get me wrong. We are human. I have bad days. There's days sometimes I lose my temper. I get frustrated. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. I snap. Whatever. Like, I am a human being. But if I see people constantly negative, complaining, pity party, all of that, I will unfollow and block you with the quickness. Like, I do not care. We all go through stuff. What are you going to do about it? Victim
mentality. I'm going to touch on something. This is going to be tough. I'm not going to be liked for this, but I don't care.
Oh God, I'm scared.
I said something in our Hub Pro private group, and I talked about how people play the victim role a lot, right? And a lot of it's self-induced, right? Like you're a self-induced victim, but they just like people to feel sorry for them, etc. I was very sick last month, and like I don't talk about it. But I was in the hospital. I was ill. Like I thought I was gonna die. My heart rate was through the roof. Like I don't know what the hell was going on. It's very irregular for me. I'm like I got to look at my wife and go, I'm going to the hospital. It's not normal, right? So I'm sitting there in the hospital and I'm waiting in the waiting room, just ready to go in. And I'm like, when you're sick guys, like flu, you're out sick, you're just like shit, and you can't think of anything. Then there's people, and this is a touchy subject, kids. Then there's people, let's pretend this is my phone. It's a big phone that literally take a picture, like like if you're that sick, you can't put on a show and take a picture of yourself and go, look how sick I am, I'm so sick. To look for sympathy and victimize yourself, to look for people just to go on your post. Oh my God, are you okay, honey? Quit that shit. It looks so bad. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry if it's a touchy subject, but look how many people just seek out that attention all the time. And I see business owners doing it. Dude, if you're sick, you're sick. You're not taking a picture of yourself crying or hunched over or whatever. What is honestly, let's have an open conversation. What is your take on that? Let's just speak freely. Oh, you don't like? Oh, it's touchy. Oh, Reagan brought up a touchy subject.
Oh, I'm all for touchy subjects. It is important to talk about that. Like stuff we do not talk about because we don't want to offend somebody or hurt their feelings. Like you can say something with compassion and get your, like, you can still be a compassionate person and have disagreements. But I think like there's a lot of touchy subjects we don't talk about and they're swept under the rug because, oh, Reagan, I don't want to hurt your feelings, so I'm not going to say it. Or Justin, don't be mad at me. I'm not saying go live on a podcast and talk about touchy subjects either, but there's a group of people, like I have my support group where we do talk about stuff. We do get vulnerable. We do have disagreements. And I hate the victim mentality. Now, that is not to say that I don't have bad days. And every once in a while, I'll call Justin and complain for a little bit about two minutes. Last time I did that, do you know what Justin did? Because he's my friend. Stop. You can't do anything about it. Get over yourself. And I was like,
I ain't with that bullshit.
We hung up. I called our other friend John. I said, Justin just kind of like told me about myself, but he was right. He was right. And guess what? I still love Justin. We don't argue about it. If you're really my friend, you're going to call me out on my BS. And if you call me out on my BS and I get mad about it, then we really weren't friends either.
Right.
And I tell people, like, stop being the victim. Like, okay, you've had your 5 minutes to be mad and upset. Go, like, fix it.
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
The victim mentality. Me and Reagan talked about it, man. And you're literally carrying yourself out on your own stretcher. Like, literally, this is what you're doing. And, like, yeah, I'll call SJ out on her bullshit because, dude, if I'm not going to, who the fuck is?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we all need to be called out sometimes. Like, I need to be called out, too. I could be a whiny little bitch sometimes. I can. Like, straight up. And, like, sometimes I need to be put in my freaking place. And I hope I pray I have a friend that could put me back and bring me back down to ground zero. And just like we were talking about earlier, somebody making a post, like, stop it already. Like, we need to freaking, like, call each other out more because a real friend calls your ass out. It will put yourself in check. It will bring you to, like, the promised land. You know what I mean? Like, we need more people doing that in this society more now than ever because we all can get carried away. Oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. And it's just not a good look. You know, Tiffany.
Exploitation is what I was trying to get at before. You're exploiting it. And like, you're just looking for that attention. I promise you it's negative attention. It doesn't bring you anywhere. And in fact, it's embarrassing. And people just feel bad for you at the end of the day because you're embarrassing yourself. For you to do that and put yourself, like, listen, dude, I know men and women that have cancer that would never, and they're like, never, ever, ever do that. Like, deathbed type stuff, right? It's like, it's a part of their life. It's the cards they've been dealt and they're dealing with it. We have private conversation. And then you have Mrs. Fingerprick. And I just can't do it anymore. I just can't. So what I've decided to do is anytime I see that stuff, like SJ just said, block and move on. Block and move on. Oh, look, one day they're just gone. That's what happens.
Swipe left.
Right. Just keep yourself out. Just keep yourself out of it. And listen, I know, like I said, it can get touchy at the end of the day. It's got to stop because especially if you're a business owner, and you're exploiting that and playing that victim, I'm telling you right now, people want to go, well, shit, if you can't keep your shit together, how are you going to handle my business? How are you going to handle working with me? People don't care. They only care what you can do for them. I'm sorry. That is our clientele base, especially more and more in today's society. And I know there's a few people right now thinking, that's not true. I care about people. And God bless you. And I love those people. But the majority of society cares what you can do for them. So shut your mouth, do a hell of a job, customer service, follow up, do this, do that. And you're going to be successful and be involved. I'm sorry it's a touchy subject, but I think that's what we should start talking about. If anything, Justin, we should have the unfiltered 10-minute section of shit people don't really talk about.
Listen, and that's okay too, man, because that needs to be said, you know, and it's so true. And we're a sensitized, I guess you could say, a sensitized
We're too sensitive.
society. We're very sensitive in this society, man. Everything freaking, oh my God, he killed a bug.
Oh God.
True.
No, because my sister doesn't kill like bugs and lizards. She lets them go. And I'm like, it's in the house. I need it to die. So that was a touchy subject for me, Justin.
Listen, I do want to say that it's not that we don't care about people, because we care wholeheartedly about people. And I do as well. But there comes a time when that victim mentality, man, is going to get you in trouble. It's going to screw you up. I know all about it. You know what I mean? I played victim for a long time, and it made me sicker and sicker and sicker. And I'm telling you, it's good for the soul to not play that victim mentality.
That's true. Listen, my sister, Robin Anderson. Hey, Robin, if you're watching, love you, sister. She said something to me one day, which I use to this day. And she said, Reagan, sometimes people need to hear the obvious. And sometimes the obvious needs to be stated, because we know it's happening. We all can read people's mannerisms and how we act around people and so forth. And we see it and we're like, shit, no, I'm not gonna, we're just going to let that go. Stop letting it go. If, just like you said, Justin, if you're a true friend, that needs to be called out. End of story.
I'm not saying to go and make a live and call your friend out.
No,
there's a way. Yeah. No. I'm stating the obvious, because some people might not see it.
Oh, I know. Oh, trust me. I've been hit with,
there's a way.
So, yeah, I get it.
There's compassion, have compassion when you're talking to your friend. At the same time, set your boundaries and give them, tell them what you think as well. But yeah, I don't like the public crucifiers either.
I get that. I'm not gonna go on Facebook and
humiliation or humility. There's you can do it. And if you do it around people, you got to bring them to its side and say, hey, look, this is what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. That's humility, not humiliation. Yep. You don't want to humiliate them.
Yesterday, I made a post on my personal Facebook page, and I wrote on the top of the title something that needs to be said. And basically, it was, I'll give you the quicker version. I just see people, even dignitaries, wanting to latch on to certain groups because of numbers. Let's say the group's got 10,000 people in it, for goodness sakes, and they want to become an admin or a moderator so they have power, so they can see numbers. And they don't care who the people who created the group is, as long as they can associate themselves with that number, not knowing that the person, the creator of the group, right, crucifies people, this, that, and the other. But you're willing to take away your integrity and your moral, your moral compass, and put it to the side because of what? Possible exposure? Holy shit, you are weak.
Titles.
Titles. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. Crazy. People, the labels, man, the labels that we want. We want the titles. We want the glory. We want to be fame. We want this. It's a mental illness, to be honest with you, that people want. They search for all this recognition and all this fame, and they're not getting it. We're in their own little bubble. So they want to latch on to anything.
Right.
Doesn't matter, negative or positive, that will give it to them, that will feed them.
Yep. Listen, people want to be, I get it. People want to be yearned for. People want to be adored. I get all that. I was that. I want to be viewed in the third. And I gave up on that a long time ago, because it just ain't going to happen. But I wanted, you just want to be viewed a certain way or whatever. Just be you, man. Just be you. Put yourself out there. SJ worked with me for a long time. She knows sometimes I'm brash. I just come out of nowhere and stuff. But I'm also one of the most empathetic people on the planet, and we'll step up when necessary. But at the end of the day, sometimes things just need to be said, man. And it's okay. But like you said, privately, but I said that publicly yesterday because it did need to be said publicly. Stop doing that to yourself. You're just crucifying yourself. Before you latch on to anything, do your due diligence. Pay attention. Make sure who you're latching on to, because it's very important who you surround yourself with. So important. So important. Anyway.
Yeah. So, I want to say one last thing. James always said, James, I don't know if it was James or somebody else, but they always said, get off the cross, bro. We need the wood.
Right.
No, it's true. I don't know. I like to just move on. I don't like to stay stuck, I guess. So maybe for me, it's just easier. I'm going to throw my 5-minute pity party in private with my friend, with my family, and then I'm going to like move on. Like there's people out here that don't have homes, that don't have regular food, that don't know how they're going to, you know, keep their electric on. Like I am very, very fortunate. I have a secure roof over my head. I have food on my table every day. Like, why am I complaining?
Yep. See what Amanda said right there? Amanda, that would be Corinthians 10:31. Whether you eat, drink, or whatsoever you do all for the glory of God. And the glory is always his. And that's it, man. I'm sorry, you know, we don't talk religion too much. I'm a man of faith. It is what it is. Be authentic. I'm sure that came from Jorge. At the end of the day, be authentic. Be who you are. I know who I am, guys. SJ, you know who you are.
Just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's keep going. Like, I could be the biggest a-hole on the planet, or I could be your best friend. I could be all of that in all things. But at the end of the day, I'm just here to help. I know you guys are here to help. And that's what we're trying to do here, man. Look, Justin, look what you did. Justin called me. Listen, let me tell how Mojo happened. How Morning Mojo. Hey, man. This is Justin. Justin McPadden impression. Hey, man. Wait.
Stop it.
Where's my
Stop
hat?
it.
I'm looking. I don't have my hat. Damn it. Hey,
oh,
man.
my gosh.
He goes, hey, man. He's like, I got this idea. I'm thinking of it. Like, what do you like? I'm like, let's go. Right, Justin, is that what happened? I'm like, let's go. Not only did I say let's go, like 10 minutes later, he's like, man, here's the logo. Here's this. I got this set up. I got like boom, boom. Like I'm like, holy shit. He sense of urgency.
Speed of implementation.
Boom, boom, boom.
Speed of implementation.
That's it. He did it. And now we're doing this. And now, I don't know how many shows we're in now, but like he's got people reaching out to him saying, hey, I want to be on the show. So many people reached out in the first week, like including yourself, SJ, that we just had to take a list of, and whoever called him in order is the way we're interviewing people, you know, and now he's taking more people again. We're going to be interviewing people. Our goal too is to put you out in front of other people as well today, SJ. Like we have almost 30,000 people in this group. That is a pretty ridiculous number for a private group that just had its birthday a couple weeks ago. Like
I know. I feel like I should be giving a speech, like thanking my mom and my dad. Like thank you. I just want to shout out.
Like, but guys, we're not geniuses by any means. Like
we're human. We're regular.
We're human. We're creative. You know, Vert said this to me the other day. She's like, there's times, you know, people like seek us for advice or whatever. You don't think there's moments I have in my truck where I'm like this? Or have a we all have our moments and meltdowns. We're not perfect, but at the end of the day, we're human. We're all human. We're just like you. We just want to help. So what we're trying to do here is everywhere where I failed in my life in regards to business and sometimes personal, I'm giving that out because I don't want people to make the same freaking mistake. I just don't want it. I just don't want it. Like, don't do this or do that or have an exit strategy, or if you're in business, or do this, or whatever the case is, right? All these things that we're talking about, that's the stuff we need to be teaching all the time and putting it out there for all the masses. We all have something to teach. And that's why I'm always looking to that older generation for that information, guys. And then I'm going to just keep passing it on.
And we only have something to teach other people because we have tried things and failed. Like my teachings come from failures more than they do of there's 10 failures before my success story.
Yeah.
Like, to be completely honest. And I was telling Justin when we were talking about like what day to go on and scheduling, like it was really important. Like, yes, I'm a business owner, but I'm a regular person. I have no makeup on, by the way, which I was complaining to the guys before we went live. Like, I have no makeup on. Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, ask me anything, Justin. I don't really care. There's nothing off limits because what's the most important to me is to be my true self. Like whether I'm live with 30,000 people or I am in my house with just my sister, like I am a human being. I make mistakes. I fall short. I work hard. I strive to be better. I want to give back. And like, that's what I wanted to portray on this. Like, I didn't want it to be scripted and to be like, like, I just wanted to be real.
Well,
but you guys do a really good job doing it.
Thanks. We are out of time. I want to do good vibes real quick. Okay.
About the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes.
All right. So I have no posts or anything like that, but kids are going back to school. That's good vibes right there, right? we can get our schedules back. Those kids held us hostage.
Please, they are the best.
I love my girls. I'm glad they're back at school.
Listen, I'm telling you, the schedules, man. I feel like everybody's in summer break, and we're the only ones that have to keep going back to school. You know, our school doesn't end. You know, it's
yeah. My Uber Eats bill went a little bit higher this summer for some reason. I don't know, but they're at school. Thank you, teachers, for taking our kids back. Thank you for having them, and thank you for educating them. We're grateful. We're grateful.
Yes. So that's it. Anybody got anything else? Oh, wait. First, SJ, how can they get a hold of you? If they need insurance, how can they reach you?
You can go to my website, themiriamagency.com, and you can actually fill out your home and auto information, and then I can quote you. You can give me a call, 727-382-0778. I do my best to respond to Facebook messages, but phone or email is really the best because I have a lot going on Facebook.
All right.
Awesome. Well, that's it.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Hey,
bye, guys. Have a great day. Happy Friday,
guys.
Junior.
See ya.